All right, if you guys are feeling terribly uncertain right now and you're panicking, I am here to help you. Don't worry. Chill out. It's going to be okay. We're going to figure it out. All right? It's okay that you're panicking because I think that's normal. But also, let's take a deep breath. Let's figure this out. Yeah? If you guys are dealing with having been in a place where you were once very certain, like you knew what was going to happen, when it was going to happen, you knew what to look forward to, whatever certainty looks like for you in your life, because it'll be different for everybody. But if for whatever reason life has picked you up out of a place of certainty and then thought to itself, I think I'm going to throw you on a roller coaster ride for a little bit, because maybe you have a couple things you need to learn, or maybe you're not really in tune with where you want to be or who you want to be. Ironically, I think when that happens, it can be a really powerful, very value-adding experience. It may not be fun, it may not be easy, but I think a lot of the time when we go through a transition from certainty to uncertainty, and life basically forces us to figure it out, if you're paying attention to the right things, you're listening to yourself, and you're being proactive, you can discover some incredible things about who you are, where you want to be, or what needs to change in your life when you are placed in uncertainty and forced to figure it out. So now we're in this blank canvas state and we're panicking, right? What do we do? Like, what do I do? This is the best part, you guys. Obviously, I do want to preface this. I know sometimes some of us are in positions where we are forced to make a quick decision because maybe you lost a job and you don't have a lot of money to sustain yourself. Or maybe you need to move because you're going to be evicted. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, dependent on your circumstances. But let's say, hypothetically, that you have a little bit of time, okay? Before you have to make a decision or solidify a new reality. I think this is an incredible moment because you guys can take a lot of time to be really self-reflective in recognizing, for instance, are you where you want to be? Are you the person that you want to be? Are you doing what you want to do? Are you valuing the right things? Are you acting or reacting out of fear? Are you keeping what's really important to you at the center focus of making a lot of these decisions based off of your happiness and fulfillment? And I say that because I think a lot of people, when they're in this blank canvas uncertainty state, unfortunately, they react purely off of their emotional response to the situation. And a lot of the time, that doesn't mean that they're reacting based off of what they really want. They're reacting based off of fear. Most people react based off of their emotions instead of listening to their emotions and then choosing a logical reaction. Hopefully you guys can make the correlation between how different those two things are. Because of that, maybe you're finding yourself overwhelmed with anxiety, insecurity, fear, probably panic. And I think first of all, you guys, I hope you take a moment to recognize that you are human beings and we are incredibly emotional creatures. So when you're taken out of a place where you're really certain, you feel good, you're confident, you're used to the routine, you don't have a lot of surprises coming up. Life's good when it's like that. Not all the time, but it can be cool because you get used to this routine of things are just working, it's all good. The crazy thing is that when you get into a routine like that, even if life is good on the surface level, I think we sometimes stop growing under those conditions. But I think that if we listen to our emotions and use them, you guys know I like to use the compass analogy. If you use your emotions as a compass to help communicate to you what is maybe missing in your life, or what's really important to you in your life, or what do you really want, when you're in this uncertain state, as scary as it can be, the really incredible part about these states is you have a chance to paint a new picture. Sit and think about what you really want, you guys. Like, where do you want your life to be? And make a decision based off of that, if you can afford it. Because I think a lot of us get put in circumstances and situations where the uncertainty fuels fear. And we base most or all of our decisions off of that fear that we're feeling because we're so not used to the uncertainty that we want it to end as quickly as possible. And I think a lot of the time when you react under those circumstances, we sometimes end up going full circle. Meaning, maybe short term you fix your situation, but in 5 years, you end up exactly where you were. When instead, if you made logical, very internally focused decisions based off of where you want to be, who you want to be, where you want to go, etc., instead of going full circle, you have a chance to create this beautiful new world that you could live in, where you could experience different levels or higher points of joy or fulfillment or experience itself or love. And if we react out of fear and let that drive our decision making, it's likely that we're going to make the same mistake again. And I've done it. I'm sure you guys have too. I'm not saying that that's the worst thing in the world, but I don't know about you guys, but I'd like to break the pattern and not be like everybody else in that regard. I'd like to be, I hope, a source of inspiration for you guys. Part of the reason why I'm at where I'm at right now and being able to do what I love and have a passion as a career is because I used uncertainty to fuel passion for me. Even though I was fucking scared out of my mind, I'm not gonna lie. But I was willing to be really uncomfortable and really fearful and very uncertain for a large period of time, even financially, and not react based off of those things. Incur them, but fight through them to the point where I was able to logically stay patient and resilient and make decisions based off of logic, not just emotions. And there were times where I didn't do that perfectly. But I think part of the reason why my life is the best that it has ever been in this present moment for me, just using myself as an example, is because I was willing to be patient and give myself time and not react in the moment out of fear and insecurity and instability. And I think that benefited me a lot. And I think that it would potentially benefit you guys a lot. At the end of the day, it is completely up to you guys how you want to respond to situations like this. I am just sharing this with you because I think it can really help you guys. Not even in the sense that what I'm saying has to be the end game, but I just encourage you guys, when you're in a moment in your life where you're in uncertainty and you're not feeling confident and you don't know what's going to happen and you have a lot of unknowns, sit and really think about it. I think all of us would potentially be in a better place if we didn't react purely out of fear. And we took a moment, even if we only had a tiny amount of time, to sit, take a deep breath, take a step back, and logically look at our decision and make the best decision that's best for us. And I hope you guys are able to, even if it's just for a moment, sit next time you're in a situation like this and have that reflective moment. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a pleasure to be here with you once again. If you have any recommendations for topics you'd like for me to talk about, throw it down in the comments section. Love to hear your feedback on this topic. Any way you guys feel like you resonate with it, even if you disagree, that would be awesome to read as well. And until next time, you guys, continue to make decisions that are best for you. Be patient, take a deep breath. Don't let fear dominate your decision making. And I will see you guys next week, all right? Keep crushing it out there. Love you guys. Cheers. Pew.